Hoi punters, so the biggest scam in Australian history is going on right bloody now, and still barely anyone knows about it. Oh, while you're there, hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon so you know when I'm dropping the next video. On with it. So a punter in the DMs sent me this, and it turns out the gas industry are totally paying their fair share in royalties and taxes. I didn't know.
Is the gas industry paying enough tax and royalties?
The gas industry is paying its fair share.
Okay, so this corporate shill, David Slammer, who is the Northern Territory Director of the Australian Energy Producers. Now, if you haven't heard of the Australian Energy Producers, they are what's called a peak body, or otherwise a lobby group. This event here, there's one in Brisbane. This event here is what I got rejected from in this YouTube video. So that is the event that I tried to get in here. The AEP, they have a conference where politicians come and suck up to all the gas lobby. So I spent $3,000 on a ticket and they rejected me at the door. You can click that video in the link below. And so this bloke here, David, is on the radio telling with a straight face, this guy doesn't flinch, that the gas industry is paying their fair share. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry, Mr. David. Let me just see how much you paid in royalties. Now, remember, royalties is what we sell our gas for. We own the gas, you own the gas belongs to we, the punters. We get to sell it to somebody else that processes it and then makes money, but it's our resource, so they are buying it from us, and that's called a royalty payment. So how much in royalties has the gas industry paid? Well, let's look at one company called, so we're looking at Northern Territory. Let's look at the company Inpex. No royalties paid. Shell, Western Australia, no royalties paid. Chevron, WA, no royalties. Darwin, Santos, no royalties. So if you think, punters, that it looks as if Aussie punters are giving away billions of dollars worth of gas for free to these corporate billionaires, then yes, you would be correct. That's exactly what we're doing. But just how much are we giving away for free? Well, if we're focusing on the Northern Territory, like this Instagram account is, all of the Northern Territory's LNG exports were royalty free. All of it. Every single drop of gas, if you can get drops of gas. Exports worth $149 billion with a B. That's how much the exports were worth, and we just gave it to them. We didn't say, hey, give us 1% of that, give us 2% of that, give us a whiff of that. They took it all. And I won't talk about the environmental damage being caused, because punters don't really care about environmental damage, but you know what they do care about? Getting ripped off for all this money. But surely old mate AEP, who's paid to launder the absolute scam to the Australian public and connect the gas companies with politicians so that they can do this, surely they do pay their fair share. Okay, maybe they just get royalties for free. Okay, we're giving our gas for free, but maybe these companies are paying heaps of tax and it's worth it, right? I've seen heaps of billboards around the country saying, Woodside, good for WA. Oh, it's got to be good. So let's check out what the taxes that these bludgers are paying. So Inpex and Santos are these gas companies operating out of the Northern Territory in Western Australia. How much tax do they pay? Oh, well, Santos failed to pay corporate tax for years. Cool. And Inpex, the gas giant, racked up $3.6 billion in total income. $3.6 billion. We're going to work out how much that is in a second, but they paid bugger all. So let's go back to this bloke here. We've got to hear it again. Ready?
Is the gas industry paying enough tax and royalties?
The gas industry is paying its fair share.
What kind of universe do you have to live in? What kind of corporate shill do you have to be to say with a straight face you're paying your fair share? In what world is zero getting gas for free and paying zero in taxes? In what world is that your fair share? I pay more to get my bin collected than they are paying to take our gas, a resource clearly worth billions of dollars. Clearly they make billions and they don't pay tax. The amount of dishonesty that it must take for you to work at a company. Well, now we're getting into probably legal troubles. Probably should harness myself here. Harness myself. From the perception of the average Aussie punter, for someone to, let's say, work at a company like this, knowing this fact, you're telling me that this guy doesn't know how much they're not paying? You're telling me this bloke doesn't know that they're not paying any royalties? And you're telling me this bloke still says with a straight face, We're paying our fair share. Get out of town. No, seriously, like get out of town. Like, we don't want you drilling gas anymore because you're just getting it for free. Like, piss off. Like, obviously, the Australia Institute is the ones that are always hammering this line, and I am fully here for it. And we'll find out in a second why I'm here for it. So Australia's giving our gas away for free, and they're putting it in terms that people can understand. Hit the Northern Territory, right? Northern terrorist motorists pay 30 times more in rego than the gas industry pays in royalties. And so remember, these bludgers use our police to protect their equipment. They use our roads to transport their equipment. They use our legal systems to defend different legal litigations. They use our stable democracy to make billions of dollars off, and they don't pay diddly flippin' squat to contribute to the economy that enables all their riches. We all forget that you can only do this in countries that are stable. Stable democracies and stable economies cost money to maintain, and these bludgers are exploiting that and taking all the money. And what's worse is they're actually destabilizing our democracy because of it, because they are robbing us of our future. We need that money so that we can invest in Australia's capacity to develop great stuff in the future. If they take all that money from us and we don't collect from it, when they're gone, when our gas is gone, when they've taken all our gas, what have we got left? So obviously, we need to start thinking for the future. Clearly, our government isn't doing that. I've shown this article countless times before, but I'll show it again, and I will not let this issue go until every single Aussie punter knows the scam. They see gas, they see the Santos logo, they see the Impex logo, and they know that they are tax bludgers. They are a leech on our Australian democracy. I won't let this go until every punter knows that. So if you also think punters need to know this, share this with someone, because the message isn't going to get out there. I'll show you in a minute as to why not. So let's put this all into context. Australia, from its energy exports, it made $2.6 billion. Ooh, sounds like a lot, doesn't it? Oh, $2.6 billion. Qatar made $76 billion. We export more gas than Qatar, or we did this year when they made the 76. We export more gas than them, yet they make 76 billion and we made 2 billion. What about Norway exporting their oil? Norway, 133 billion. That's what they made. Now, these are big numbers. What could Australians have if we weren't just giving away $140 billion worth of stuff every single year? Well, here's this awesome Guardian article, which gives rough costings for things that we could have and how much it costs in the budget. So in 4 years, we've given away $149 billion, and that's just in gas. We got $149 billion to play with. What do you want? You want high-speed rail? $11 billion. Cheap. 140 billion left. You want free preschool for everyone? Pfft, that's nothing. You want to reduce the fuel tax excise? Oh, that's expensive. Let's buy that. What are we at? 36 billion. You want to increase hospital funding? Done. You want to make university free for domestic students? I do. Not that I'm going to uni, but still, I'm happy for them to get it for free. You want to increase pay for early childhood workers? Let's do that as well. You want to add dental into Medicare? Yes, I do. I'm sick of paying for my teeth. You want to boost school funding? You want to raise Social Security? Bang, there we go. We're at $158 now. We could have had all of those things. And that's just from gas alone. So if Northern Territory motorists are paying 30 times more in rego than the gas industry pays in royalties, someone has to tell the punters. Pretty sure punters need to know this. Well, the Australia Institute clearly wants to get the message out there. So what have they done? Well, they've gone to try and get a billboard.
We recently tried to put up a billboard at Darwin Airport saying that Northern Territory drivers pay 30 times more in vehicle rego than the gas industry pays in royalties and petroleum tax because, well, they do. But our billboard was rejected. Why? Well, the company that owns the billboards told us they'll not support any political advertising of this nature. But that seems a bit of a weird thing to say when they've put up billboards from Santos saying how good they and the gas industry are for the Northern Territory. Good for local jobs, good for business, all that usual stuff. So apparently it's political to point out that the gas industry doesn't pay much tax, but the gas industry, when it's selective with the facts, well, apparently that's not so much of a problem.
No, it is not. These tax bludgers, Santos, Impex, Exxon, Shell, these absolute leeches taking our resources for free and using all that profit that they have to propaganda the entire Northern Territory, trying to brainwash people into thinking that they are good for the Australian economy in no objective way. Are these bludgers good for the Australian economy? In no bloody way are they paying their fair share. Anyone that can go on radio knowing these facts and say that they are paying their fair share is not on your team. So the next time you're watching sport and you see this disgusting Santos logo there, just know that they are buying you off. They are trying to trick you into thinking that they are as good as the Wallabies. No, the Wallabies, great Aussie icon team. Santos, leech on Australian society. Impex, leech on Australian society. So it's very obvious, we are right in the middle of the scam of the century. And these corporate billionaires, these foreign-owned corporate billionaires will do everything they can to keep you in the dark. So please, share this with a punter who might not know just how scammed we're getting. And a massive thanks to We the Punters over on Patreon. They are the ones that keep me independent. They are the ones that keep me making videos that I think are important and not the ones that just get the clicks. So massive thanks to them. And just for a few more days, I've got these t-shirts on pre-order. So if you believe in policy over party, then jump over there to punterspolitics.com. You can pick yourself up a t-shirt. Really helps me in the channel. Give the video a like, a sub, and hit the bell icon. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Cheers, punts.